Do we risk it all? Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Isaiah, and in this video, we're going to talk about the conundrum of ULTY. If you're new to this channel, this is an income generating account where we sell cash secured puts and covered calls to generate income. When you sell a cash secured put, you're agreeing to buy a stock for a predetermined price, and when you sell a covered call, you're agreeing to sell a stock for a predetermined price. In either situation, you get paid a credit. And we have been collecting a minimum of $600 a week utilizing this strategy. But I've had a lot of comments, and I'm seeing a lot of other YouTube videos where they're talking about full porting into ULTY. And in this video, I'm going to give my thoughts on it. Obviously not financial advice. That is just my personal opinion. So, ULTY. I am no stranger to it. I have 2,050 shares, an average cost per share of $6.21. And this just paid us a dividend of $209. Great payout. And so the question is, what if we put all $62,000 or $61,982 into ULTY? How much money would we make? And it would be worth it. And my answer, not to give any too spoilers here, but it's not worth it. It is never worth it. Diversification through selling options allows you to invest into so many different stocks, and you will generate more income. Let's take a look at how many different options I have open. So here we're starting with the options, and we will scroll down. You will see so many different types of stocks in different industries. And we're still going. And finally, we get to the end of our open options. Options allow me to generate a minimum of $600 a week. We haven't been below $600 in any of the 26 weeks we've been doing this for. So, why I like selling options is, one, like I said, it will outpace ULTY. It will outpace any of the yield max funds, the curve funds. It will outpace them. But the allure that ULTY has is it's extremely passive. And it's pretty cheap. $6.40, and I can earn 10% on my money every week. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. And I've been investing for a long time. The aggressiveness of yield max is not new. If you've ever heard of buy right funds, these are very similar to them. Not in the weekly payment form, but they are similar in a lot of ways to the buy right funds. And I have generated income utilizing them, but they tend to perform very poorly in bear markets. So, what is going to happen when these ULTY and yield max funds hit a bear market? And they haven't. I know we had a pullback in March, but that was not a bear market. That was a couple weeks of a downtrend, if maybe only even a week. I'm talking 2008, 2012-ish time frames like then where it runs down for a long time. How is the stock going to perform then? And it's in a bullish market for the last month and a half, and ULTY is only around $6.40. Why is it not higher? Well, maybe it's going to go higher, and it's starting to rise. I don't know. I really don't know. And I don't want to sit here and say I don't like ULTY. I have over 2,000 shares of it, and I'm going to continue to invest more. But I'm never going to full port into any of them. And I will still stand on my sword, again, not financial advice, personal opinion, that selling options will outpace any of these funds, and it allows you to have a lot more diversification. So 60 contracts or so open here, maybe 20 different stocks, maybe 25 different stocks. If one of them takes a hit, I'll keep rolling that position and collect smaller credits. If you full port into any fund, not just ULTY, what happens when we have those massive rundowns and dividend payments reduce and then continue to reduce? Then you're stuck. Because the downside of these funds is the stock tables have not priced in a lot of upward trajectory. I'll show you what I mean with that. So let's look at ULTY. They have been a powerhouse. And again, I don't want anyone to sit here and think I am bashing ULTY. I am not. You don't own 2,000 shares of anything if you don't like it. You don't do that. I'm just trying to get the emphasis across that we shouldn't full port it. We should invest in it, but also sell options with it. Maximize your income. But if we're going to trade options, we're going to look at, let's go to August 15th. About a month out. Is that a month out? Yeah, 5/28. So about a month out. So we are saying between now and August 15th, we're agreeing to sell it for $7 per share. That's a covered call. You sell call, you agree to sell it for that price. Look at the credit we would receive. $0. $0. It is literally only 58 cents below that $7 price a month away. And yet, the option table still has no faith or upward trajectory on this stock. That's pretty crazy to me. Look at September 19th, 2 months away, the $7. There is still no volume, no contract, no credit at that $7 price range. The market makers are not pricing any upward trajectory on this stock looking at these option chains. Now, again, like I said, I cannot predict the future. I have no idea what's going to happen. But to me, it's not a good sign when you can't even agree to sell a stock for $1 or $2 more than it's currently at, let alone 50 cents. I'm going to give you an example here. Why don't we look at, I am literally just going to pick a name out. Let's go Wolf. It's currently trading for $5.13. And let's go that month out, the 15th. So, $6, which is 87 cents higher than current price. 87 cents. The other one was only 58 cents. $6 covered call would pay me $33 per contract just to agree to sell it for that $6 per share. That's pretty incredible. $33 per contract. I do have 600 shares, which is 6 contracts, so I could do a covered call here and make 180 some bucks just agreeing to sell it for $6 a share. That's pretty dang good. Love options. But the whole point of this video is to kind of highlight reasons you should not full port ULTY. Again, not financial advice, and I do like the stock. I like the way they trade. But you should never, ever put all your eggs into one basket. Diversify your account, sell your options, collect your dividends, and you will see how easy it is to hit your weekly goal. We collected $712 last week. We didn't open one new position. Looking at our trade history, and again, if you're new to the channel, I show my trade history pretty much every video. Here is what we collected, just rolling positions. When you roll options, you're still agreeing to buy or sell that stock, but you're just changing your expiration date, moving it out a month. And that's $300 and some collected in options. And then we added our dividend payers that we got paid out this last week, MRNY, YMAX, and ULTY. And right there, over $300 and some there. Gave me like $712 for the week. Beat our weekly goal, and we didn't do anything. We didn't open any new positions. We rolled our active contracts for options, and we collected some dividends. And we did drip the $300 of the combined dividends $300 and some change into ULTY to give us those 2,050 shares. And when I sell some options this week, I'm going to collect some credits from them, and I might invest that credit money into more shares of ULTY. So again, I like this stock. I do. And I'm probably going to get up to 3,000 shares. I had said I was going to get to 2,000 and then start investing into other yield max funds. But the reality, in my opinion, ULTY is dominating that fund. It's dominating, and it's making changes. It's showing consistent dividend payouts. Now, this 10 cent per share this week is a little higher than usual. They're usually sitting around that 9.4 to 9.6, and I love that range. I'd be very happy in that range, extremely happy. So I now have that goal of 3,000 shares of ULTY, which if we stayed at 10 cents a share, that'd be $300 a week. That right there puts me halfway to my $600 a week goal. But when this account hits 70,000, then our weekly goal will be $700 a week. It is 1% of the account per week is our total goal. So that way, every month, 4-week month, we're investing a minimum of $2,400 of credits earned back into the account. Now, I do borrow from this account. I invest in myself through real estate courses, coding courses, learning new skills, family, things like that. So I do take money from this account. So this account probably would be around $72,000 to $73,000, if not a little bit higher, if I wasn't borrowing from this account. So I know people want to see it get to $100,000 faster, and I love it. But like I preach, the whole reason is to generate income, is to invest in yourself so you can grow other financial avenues and you can achieve that financial independence that you're striving for. So my question for everyone is, how many shares of ULTY is the sweet spot? How many are you going for? Like I said, my new goal is about 3,000, and I'm going to try to get 50 shares or so per week, assuming we stay in that $6 range. If it actually does start to move up, $7, $8 range, I'm not going to be as open with the wallet on that one. But does mean we would have some cash. Like I said, our cash equity, because our share value is $6.21 a share. So we do have some opportunities there. But that's my question for everyone. I'm curious what your thoughts are. Are we going to go for 5,000 ULTY shares one day? Maybe. I mean, not anytime soon, not in the next year, not in the next 2 years. But if the stock stays relatively flat, it continues to pay out, then yeah, maybe we will get to 5,000 shares per week, or total, which would give us around $500 of weekly pay every week, which would be pretty awesome. We will see. Like I said, selling options, in my opinion, is the best way to generate income. The second best way are high-yielding dividend funds. So both of these strategies here, selling options and high-yielding dividend funds, are what I have in this account. It's an income-generating account. So let's continue to grow, and I do appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you in the next one.